afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. And it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Yeah, so moving on to today's video. Remember that this channel is a channel that celebrates informers. We do believe that informers must live and every killers must go straight to the departure lounge. We don't even believe in prison because if you take a life of someone willfully, without justification, that's where you should belong. The same rights that you want, that's the same rights that your victim supposed to enjoy. So moving on to today's video. I said before and I'll say again, you know what, the Jamaica Young Police, we'll just give it the raw mama papa truth. That's how we roll over here, you know, we don't hold back anything. So today we are talking about a man named Simon Crosskill. Yeah, Simon Crosskill, you know, in Jamaica, them say them white and all of them things, and them believes, yeah, them look down on black people, whether or not you want to believe it, you know. And it's really mind-boggling because normally in Jamaica, you know, educated people always tend to be anti-criminal. They don't support the criminals. I mean, you expect that they are not the ones that support criminals, but to be frank, and it's really alarming that a majority of the educated people in Jamaica, they are the ones who really support criminality in Jamaica. And you know which party they are aligned with. So today we're gonna talk about Simon Crosskill. Why I never did know so the man reach that level of bad mind, where the man literally bad mind this woman by the name of Dr. Michelle Charles. That is Pernell Charles' daughter and Pernell Charles Jr. Pernell Charles Jr. sister, who's in Parliament. You know, people, especially when you're a public figure, them, you know, they want to showcase themselves publicly in a different way. And so this woman, she had been a member of Parliament for the Jamaica Labour Party, and she lost her seat in the last election. And since then she have been posting videos. I don't know the reason for her. She has always been a social media person. I don't really follow up Michelle Charles, you know, on IG and YouTube or wherever they are, because I'm the kind of person where I deal with, you know, I like black people, women, when they are authentic. When I say authentic, I'm talking about natural. Black women who want to be Indian or Europeans, you know, I don't really, you know, because that's a form of low self-esteem and self-hatred. So you're not going to see me, you know, even comment about or anything like that, because, you know, if you don't love yourself, if you do not love yourself, others not going to love you. So because when you go on that front year and all of these things, I don't care who like you or who not like you, then, you know, that goes to show you that you're not all there. So I tell you now about bad mind in Jamaica. Bad mind in Jamaica. in part one is practical application in Jamaica culture. It's mean when somebody bad mind, that's a Michael Manley had the man who inject that in a Jamaican people psyche, you know. Yeah. Them say, boy, Michael Manley say if you have 2 car, if you give your neighbor 1. Me say no, me not give him none, not even not drive unless me and him a friend. If you have 2 hours, if you give him 1, that is PMP philosophy. Michael Manley inject that in their people them. That's why you have people who capture people, land and squatters and all of them things there. And if you look and you see the people them in especially in a Kingston metropolitan area who suffer the most and commit the most crime, just go back on the background of them community and them political affiliation. So that's where it came from, the heart of it, the father of terrorism and criminality. He inject that in the people them psyche, and since then they don't let it go. So bad mind mean jealousy and envy, intense and malicious. It is not just feelings, a bit envious. It's deep, destructive resentment of another person's success, achievement, good fortune, or even just happiness. So people will just hate you because you're happy. Just that. You're a happy person, and people will just hate you for that because you're happy. Because most of them love, them enjoy being sad, because them life is just unhappy. And some of them do it out of malice and spite, active ill will. It refers to the mindset that actively desire and often seeks the failure, ruin, or downfall of the person they are jealous of. Alright, let me tell you this. People will jealous of you as somebody who's from the community, because you know join the police force and them say, boy, you show off no because you're police. You know, if you show off on them thing there, you know. And others bad mind. You know, a bad mind person is often seen as someone who would take action or use spiritual means like hobby. You know, like how you hear Everton Blender say, boy, them hobby him rasta. Me I tell you, yeah, how you mean? Yes, to undermine or hurt the successful individual. So you have some people now, you know, you have some people involved in a criminality and them thing there, and them a commit crime and police that them say a people hobby them, and I don't know how them come by them thing, but I just saw them then I believe in a God. And I can't tell you, people them especially from a certain background, I don't know about the other enemy, I tell you about where me come from. Them believe in a hobby more than God. God know to them, God is irrelevant. A hobby for them God. Or anything where other man tell them that them working. Bad mind business. People have bad mind, them have anti-achievement orientation. At its rawest, it's described a pervasive cultural phenomenon where people are seen as being attacked or punished for trying to get ahead or for being successful. The idea is that achievement often attracts negative attention and malice from others who are bad mind. So in plain English, while the closest words to bad mind in our English language is malice, envy, spite, or ill will, none of them fully capture the concept of the pervasive, active, and often destructive resentment that it's implied by the patois terms. It's often used to explain conflict and misfortune when people is doing well. So Simon Crosskill now, the man a bad mind to the max of the year. And as I said to you before, and I say again, so this woman now named Michelle Charles, as I said, she lost the election. So now you know she and her mother. I saw the video, and I'm gonna post it. She and her mother in Orlando, Florida. But you know, whether or not you want to believe it, although she's showing a happy side of her on social media, I think what really happened is that it hurts because she lost the election, because you understand she has improved the people's lives out there in St. Thomas. But what you don't understand, one thing with PMP people, them I want it with them. You have to be a criminal or them thing there. PMP people are people that are not shame. So you can't do good for them. No matter how you do good, you have to be one evil person. You have to be like a Philip Powell, kill 2 baby mother, and kill all your pitney and them still vote for you. You understand? You have to be like a Ian Eels, kill a white man and try thief him land down a Westmoreland. And it go on and on. You have to be like a Dayton Campbell, where you don't run for the rob little pitney them and them thing, because you say you love church and all of them something. And no cure the people them, although you hear them say them are like pedophile and then are like man no trouble little pitney. No. And them people, the PNP vote don't care about nothing. They don't care about morals and them things. Them not nothing. Man, them say them burn Batman and them vote for a Batman. Isaac Buchanan.
Yes, before I start today's video, I'm just asking you, members of the Jamaica Young Police channel, to subscribe to this channel. United we win that, divided we lose. Because once we unite as a people, they can't beat us. It doesn't matter who they are. They can't oppress us or brainwash us with their lies to tell us that up is down and down is up. We know that in this world, most people worship money, but we worship God. Our money is only of this world. And people hate you when they speak the truth. So, moving on.
Which part of St. Thomas she did it? St. Thomas East, St. Thomas West, it don't really matter. Because she got beaten by Miss Winter or whatever.
Yeah, man.
No, but here's what I'm telling you. She posted on her Facebook today, Michelle Charles, Dr. Michelle Charles, by the way, dentist, sister to Pernell Jr., daughter of Pernell Senior. Back home in Orlando, miss this place so much.
Wow.
House needs a little tender loving care, but so do I.
Okay.
Blessed to be back.
Really?
So you lose the election, I just go back to Florida. From a government that campaigned on somebody else's supposed dual citizenship and no commitment to the country, etc.
Need some tender care. House needs some tender care.
Going back to Florida.
Blessed to be back.
Gold people teeth.
Blessed to be back.
Blessed to be back.
Oh, God.
You see, social media is a wonderful
no
thing.
commitment to Jamaica.
None whatsoever. We tried to interview her when we were in St. Thomas at a St. Thomas event about the event, and she said, "No, I don't feel comfortable doing interviews."
Oh.
This is before the election. No one of them cut her rear end.
Them not like, you understand? Them not like people who sell coke and mash up people, but from the person who sell coke, them like that person, them all have vote for that person, Isaac Buchanan. So, PNP people, literally them now know morals. And when they come on to bad mind, jealousy and envy, the DNA of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Fellow Jamaicans, let us talk true today. Not the watered down version that the media likes to feed the gullible, but the raw and filtered truth about what is destroying Jamaica from the inside out. It is not merely crime, nor corruption, nor even poverty. It is bad mind, jealousy and envy. No man can answer me bad mind them. Reason being, there's no, when I was a police officer and people get promotion, me never feel no way for that person. I used to be in charge of a team with 5 other police officers, 6 away on the team. Not a single person ever arrested and charged for any crime, because we do things by the book. All the power work with them. I was a I seen a man, and a man on the team get promotion to corporal. And I'm in charge of the team. All the people I say, boy, I'm sure no work with him. I say, no, them promote him, and me and him still work. Still a good friend, no bad blood. So me have a thing on him, bad mind and jealousy and me are envy. Me some man me just call out people, me call a spade. So, some people say, boy, I'm a bad mind man, you boy, I'm a bad mind. But sometimes you try to protect your own people, them, and you become the same people, them enemy. So, and in Jamaica, when somebody like you, or that type part of your culture we are trying to change. When somebody like you, when you're wrong, you're right, and when you're right, you're double right. So that we are trying to change to make people be independent and critical thinkers and able to identify the difference between wrong and right. Not who's right, but what is right. You understand? So these are the hallmark traits, the very DNA of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and its supporters. This movement survives not because it builds anything, but because it tears down those who dare to succeed without its permission. It thrives on hatred for progress, resentment towards those who rise from humble beginnings, and the obsession with dragging achievers back into the gutter, where misery feels comfortable. So Dr. Michelle Charles, a case study in progress and persecution. Look at Dr. Michelle Charles, the daughter of the great patriot and one of the few modern politicians who enter public life not for money, not for vanity, but for genuine service. Dr. Pernell Charles. Fear father, they never go into politics in money. They man just do it because they love people. So in St. Thomas, Dr. Michelle Charles, he transformed neglected communities, improving roads, bringing medical outreach, clean out some of the dirty people, them teeth and all them things, I mean, and supporting small business and inspiring hope among people who were once written off. She bring life to the parish. St. Thomas was a parish where forgotten. Jamaica Labour Party invest in our people them. Them people don't like progress in because parasite don't like that. Parasite like to tear down. So yet despite her record, she lost her seat in the last general election to someone whose reputation, let's just say, doesn't inspire confidence. This woman has allegedly written numerous bounce checks, leading ordinary, desperate licky voters holding worthless paper, fooled once again by false promises of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization crowd. So them get check when I have no value, account closed. She get them for election day and them thing, 50,000, 100,000, and guess what? Them can't show it because it's against the law for buy a vote, but hey, them do it. But here's the hard truth. I have no sympathy for those who sold their votes for empty paper. They are not patriots. They are traitors to the cause of national progress. People who prefer handout today to a better country tomorrow. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization mindset, the culture of laziness and dependence. You see, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has never built culture of self-reliance. Their politics is founded on dependency, keeping people poor enough to need them, ignorant enough to follow them, and resentful enough to hate anyone who escaped the cycle. That is why their supporters fit in a pattern: licky, beggy, lazy, and unambitious. They idolize leaders who throw crumbs while living in mansions. They despise hard-working Jamaicans who succeed through discipline, education, and self-respect. This ideology of bad mind is more dangerous than any virus because it kills ambition. It infects the minds with jealousy so deep that they can no longer celebrate another person's success. When someone from the GLP or any other patriotic background achieves something meaningful, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization crowd's first instinct is not to learn, not to emulate, but to destroy. Simon Crosskill, that a white man now, work TVJ, that are PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization propaganda media house in Jamaica. And that brings us to the latest example. Simon Crosskill, a known mouthpiece of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, criticized Dr. Michelle Charles for being seen at Orlando International Airport, Florida, with her mother. Imagine that. A woman who served her country, improved lives, and lost her seat honorably, cannot even travel abroad without being targeted by envious vultures. How you mean? I just like one of them thing that the woman can't travel without, she can't travel without being targeted by envious vultures. So Crosskill and his crew have twisted a simple moment, a daughter accompanying her mother, into an act of arrogance, as though patriotism means being trapped in poverty. This is a classic PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization behavior. If they can't reach your level, they'll say you're showing off. So that they must say, boy, through Dr. Michelle Charles now, yeah, She have a green card and she live in America. That bun them, because most of them will never even get the chance to have a visa because them illiterate. Them can't read. And the worst part about it, they have nothing to go back to Jamaica, so they don't get no chance to travel. But here's what really eating them alive. They know they could never achieve what Dr. Michelle Charles has achieved. She represents progress, intelligence, and dignity. Everything the bad mind crowd fears and hates. Her presence in America is symbolic of opportunity and mobility. Two things the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization mindset cannot comprehend. The mental barrier of bad mind class. The same people attacking her will never travel to America, Canada, or England. Not because the visa system is unfair, but because their mindset keeps them chained. They lack the drive, the discipline, and the decorum to survive in a structured, law-abiding environment. Most PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organizations support a voter and activists when they migrate jail. Because them believe everywhere like Jamaica, because that the PMP them doing and destroy them. And we keep telling them to stay away from the culture, because the culture is destructive. They are the type who would rather stay in the garrison, depending on the Don for handouts, than work an honest job abroad. They curse successful Jamaicans who migrate, yet beg those same migrants for burial and remittance. That's the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization contradiction. Envy of success but dependence on it. So when they see Dr. Charles traveling, representing Jamaica with class, their souls burn with bad mind. They feel inferior, and instead of self-improvement, they turn to gossip, lies, and character assassination. The hypocrisy of Simon Crosskill and the silence on Mark Gummy Golden. So let me ask Simon Crosskill directly. If you are so patriotic, why haven't you told the big belly white man, opposition leader Mark Gummy Golden, to show his British passport and prove his place of birth? He's not going to do it because all of these people are traitor to Jamaica. Them say the white man are superior to us and him supposed to be the slave master. And him saying born in Jamaica and that is sufficient. While there is no record of him born in Jamaica. Because them expect say all the way a fool. Because them know so once him, have power, all of them we get forget for thief. That is what it's all about, There's no loyalty among thieves. No honor amongst thieves. And that is what I'm all about. So you and your crew love to attack Jamaicans who serve, but you have nothing to say about a man who by all appearance is a British subject pretending to be a Jamaican. You talk about loyalty, yet you defend a foreigner who allegedly obtained a Jamaican passport by false declaration. A man who wants to lead the very people he looks down on. Where's your moral outrage, Simon Crosskill? Where is your patriotism, Simon Crosskill? Where is it? You attack Dr. Michelle Charles for visiting America, yet you worship a man whose loyalty belongs to Britain. You say you're a hypocrite and traitor. You're not a patriot. You can talk Jamaican, but you're not a Jamaican. Your heart is not with Jamaica. Your heart is with Europe. White supremacy. This is the height of hypocrisy, and the world must see it for what it is. Bad mind disguised as political commentary. The psychological warfare of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization ideology. This is not politics anymore. This is psychological warfare. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization ideology is built on emotional manipulation. They tell the poor, you are poor because others are rich. They tell the lazy, you are unemployed because the system is against you. They tell the uneducated, you don't need schooling, you need revenge. It is a doctrine of self-destruction, turning envy into policy and resentment into culture. Instead of teaching people how to fish, they convince them that the fisherman is wicked for owning a boat. That's how them do it. That is why you see so many of their supporters living in a endless poverty. Not because they lack opportunity, but because they worship jealousy more than they value progress. Dr. Charles versus the parasites of progress. Dr. Charles symbolized the future Jamaica needs, a woman of intellect, compassion and courage. She brings medicine where there was neglect, light where there was darkness, and empowerment where there was dependency. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization parasites cannot handle that. They need the people to stay poor, angry and ignorant so they can continue to manipulate them. Every clinic built by Dr. Charles, every road repaired, every scholarship given, that's a threat to their political survival. Because an empowered people don't beg. Uneducated people don't sell votes. You can't buy them vote. Once somebody is educated, you don't have to pay them to vote. They know what to vote for because they know progress. They know decency, honesty, ethics, morality, and patriotism. A patriotic person don't follow foreign puppets. The truth about Jamaica's political disease, bad mind, is Jamaica's most dangerous disease. It divides families, poisons friendships, and destroys communities. And when bad mind becomes the foundation of a political movement, that movement becomes the enemy of the nation. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has turned bad mind into a political strategy, using envy to divide the poor and hatred to blind the young. They are not fighting for equality, they are fighting for the right to keep the people down while pretending to represent them. Jamaica stands at a crossroad. One path leads to pride, self-reliance and growth, represented by patriots like Dr. Michelle Charles and the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Michael Wallace. The other leads to decay, dependency and deception, represented by the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. We cannot keep rewarding bad mind and punishing excellence. We cannot keep glorifying parasites and crucifying patriots. We cannot let jealousy define our national character. Every time we attack a successful Jamaican for traveling, studying or building a better life, we declare war on progress. It is time for every decent, right-thinking Jamaican to reject the poison of bad mind and embrace the values that build this nation: hard work, honesty, and patriotism. PNP never build Jamaica. Them always, when them coming up power, them bring it, them destroy it, put us in a more debt than anything. We have to understand that their voters, they don't care about the country. All them do is care about them parties like a cult. 97% of them illiterate. See them name Pambula and eat it. Dummies. But them still have the right to vote, and that is really sad. Simon Crosskill and his PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization comrades can criticize all they want, but the truth is unshakable. Dr. Michelle Charles is a builder, not a beggar. She represents hope, not handouts, and she will always be a better role model than any PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization puppet serving a British master. So to every patriotic Jamaican listening, stand up for integrity, defend those who serve honestly, and let the parasites down in their own bad mind. Yeah, let them drown in their own bad mind, down. For Jamaica's future depends on freeing ourselves from their envy-filled chains. Bad mind is the main goal of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. That's how them promote, and it started by Michael Manley. You have 2 cars if you gain number 1. As I say, I don't give none, not even a drive. Dr. Michelle Charles traveling and showing off according to them, it hurt them because how dare she a black woman that shows that she in America and have all house America, while most of them PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organizations and supporters and voters will never able to get the chance to visit America. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.